Hey y'all, it's me, Stop, Drop, and Roll On. It's still Sunday the 23rd, but I'm talking about this just because it was something that I meant to bring up the other day. And I the name of the thing was so simple that it escaped me at that time. And I don't know if you all, I mean, I'm not like, yesterday a friend and I went out and we were getting a cup of coffee and we were both standing up there and something happened and I can't even remember what it was, but we both kind of looked at each other like, really, and then we just kind of, it was something to do. I just can't even remember what it was, honestly, and that's the truth. But I remember whatever it was something kind of like akin to like um what you read over in Revelation in the Bible about, end times and stuff like that. And we were talking about, now I do know that we were talking about some celebrity stuff. And I just, made this comment, and I really do believe it to be true from my standpoint. People, I just can't wait till things get better. From what I read in my Bible, it's not going to get better. Um, we are progressing toward, the end of things, and so I personally, I feel like the life of a Christian person can get better, but overall the way that the world will be is um will not improve. And there's a lot of stuff that I can honestly say that I have seen in my time being on this earth that I never thought that I would see. Or experience or see it's just a lot of stuff. I mean, I could talk about this all day. But the other day I was sitting up and it was probably maybe about Wednesday evening, and I was tired. I done more than a full day's worth of work, and I was home and I was just like, like that. But I was looking at television and I was actually waiting on something to come on. I think it may have been, it was a show. Let me put it like that. I don't even need to try to remember what it was. But I will say this, a commercial came on, and I distinctly remember looking at that commercial and just feeling some kind of way. And I took it all in, and then it just gave me pause. And today I was mentioning it to Pierre, and then when we got home, probably about an hour and a half ago, I remembered, because I like we tape, DVR the Sunday morning, because I like to look at that. It's just unbiased news about what's going on in the world, and then they have some little eclectic stuff put in there, and it's kind of like a did you know type situation. And I've always liked Sunday morning, so we DVR that because when it comes on, we're leaving for church, and so otherwise I wouldn't get to see it. So we looked at that, and they had a segment on there which I thought was quite interesting. That was talking about the way that medical information is stored, and how there's this particular company that is on target, if they're not already there, to handle at least 60% of the medical our medical 60% of the population's medical information, on a digital tip. And so when the commercial came on, I said, Pierre, oh, it finally came to me. And I went like this. And I said, remind me when this commercial comes on, what to tell you about what I saw the other day. Are you all aware of this new recognition type thing called Clear? Have you seen the commercial for Clear? Clear. Clear is very interesting. And see, the way that I look at this, I think that this may be related. to, but maybe not, because I looked up a little bit about it, but not in depth. It's a lot more than I want to look at. I'm not interested in it at all, other than to know about it, because it's the type of stuff that will appeal to people who, I will put it like this: it will appeal to a large segment of people, and then eventually, the way that I look at it, it will become on some level mandatory. It's kind of like this star thing that we have to have on our driver's license by October in order to be able to travel. Um, at first they said January, and then I think that what they did was realize this cannot be done by January, so it got extended to October, if I'm not mistaken. And so, but this is again called to clear. It is a form of recognition where you will be able to pass through certain portals quicker than the average person who has to pull out an ID and stand in line. Well, from my personal standpoint, we have already been kind of deduced to a place where we don't know how to wait for anything. Everything has to be instant. I have personally just taken up writing letters all over again for the simple fact that this texting and all that type of stuff, it has its place, but it has really gotten on my nerves because it takes the place of heartfelt communication. That's just the way I see it. Where you can sit down and tell people how you feeling and be able to write. We already got these little kids who don't know how to write in cursive, no longer being taught in school. They don't see a reason for it. And I can see why they don't see a reason for it, because everybody's typing. Okay? So, but if you get an opportunity and you are so inclined, please look up CLEAR, and down in the comments section below, write back and tell me what you think about that. I am really, really curious to know what people think about this, and just in general. But I, I know that some people will see it as an advantage, and other people will see it another way. I'll put it like that. But look it up, y'all, and let me know what y'all think. Toodles.